Marvel has created one of the most lucrative film franchises in history. The MCU employs countless crew behind the scenes and is always adding new faces to the lineup. And there's still so much more to look forward to, with no end in sight. Old fans and noobs alike all agree that the casting choices have been bang on so far, making the transition from page to screen a smooth one. All of the characters on this list are super, but that doesn't mean they're one-dimensional. Each one projects strength in their own way, but Marvel has also given them the opportunity to be powerless too. Now before we jump into the good stuff, we just wanted to thank you for checking out our video. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. And because of that, we've got a serious case of the warm and fuzzies. Aww. And hey, while you're here, can you guess the movie based on these emojis? Stay tuned for the answer. Here are 10 Marvel secrets that make their actors look weak. Chris Evans as Captain America. By this point, audiences are so used to seeing Captain America as a dude who's thoughtful, noble, and has the muscles to back up the title. And while it's great for Chris Evans to have such an important role in the MCU, it's gotta be hard to keep up with the workouts. But Cap wasn't always such a beefcake. Remember his first movie? Steve Rogers was not exactly someone you'd describe as muscular. And that is the point, isn't it? Because the after picture means nothing if you don't get to see the one that came before it. Otherwise, he'd just be another Hollywood Adonis with mommy issues. Mickey Rourke as Whiplash. Mickey Rourke has been around the mountain a couple of times, so to speak, and he's no stranger to playing the terrifying big bad. The actor has been boxing since he was about 10 years old, and has sparred with some of the best. So theoretically, he should be able to take on a silver-tongued rich kid, right? Well now, if he wanted to beat Tony Stark, he probably should have learned how to use a computer before stepping in the ring. Iron Man is all about his technology, and clearly the best way to fight fire is with fire. So Whiplash whips up a suit similar to Iron Man's, and the two have a rumble. But in real life, Rourke doesn't know his way around technology at all, and struggled through the entire shoot.
So be it.
Anthony Hopkins as Odin. Anthony Hopkins is one of the greatest thespians to ever grace our planet. The renowned actor has performed in over 130 projects. He's so good, he could probably make a statue weep real tears if he wanted to. And while filming a scene for Thor, that's kind of what happened. Director Kenneth Branagh asked Hopkins to improvise the speech he gives when banishing the titular character from Asgard, and improvise he did. Not only was the moment electrifying on film, but the entire crew had a hard time keeping their composure. Many of them cried, and both Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston admitted they were on the verge of tears as well. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. is going to do what he wants, okay? He's Iron Man. And if Iron Man wants to hide snacks all over the set to eat when the cameras are rolling, then that's precisely what goddamn Iron Man is going to do. There is no MCU without him, after all. Low blood sugar isn't a heroic trait, and filming all day and night for months on end will definitely take its toll on anyone's body. So just let the man have his snacks, alright? There's no point in taking them away either, because finding one hidden treat just means that there are still 99 others you haven't found. So if Marvel wants this to stop, maybe they should try breaking for lunch occasionally instead. Boom. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Securing the role of Hawkeye was an uphill climb for Jeremy Renner. Not only did he have to start doing the superhero workout, but he also had to learn archery. The majority of audience members probably thought he did a great job when the character appeared in Thor, but eagle-eyed fans noticed that Renner only shot with his right hand. What's the big deal? Well, Hawkeye is supposed to be ambidextrous, so the actor hustled and trained with Olympians to learn how to shoot with his left hand as well, just to be a little more legit for the next movie. And that, my friends, is what we call dedication. Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One. Before he got his own movie, Doctor Strange was a relatively unknown member of the Marvel canon. Most moviegoers hadn't even heard the name, but longtime fans of the graphic novels could hardly contain their joy. That is, until some of the casting decisions were revealed. Audiences were mixed about Benedict Cumberbatch in the titular role, but the real riots happened after Tilda Swinton was announced to be playing the Ancient One. The character is traditionally a Tibetan male, but Hollywood could not have picked a whiter actress, and the word whitewashing got thrown around quite a bit. So while she might not be a weak performer, she was a weak choice.
Oh, yeah.
Vin Diesel as Groot. Just to be clear, Vin Diesel is not a weak man. He's shorter than you might think, and his last name isn't really Diesel, but nobody is going to call him weak to his face. Now, if you only knew him from his voice work in Guardians of the Galaxy, however, you might say that about his vocabulary.
I am Groot!
Or about as complex as his dialogue gets. Now, obviously that was a writing choice, and not on him, but if you were looking for a reason to hate on the actor, you might say it's just another entry on an already shallow resume.
My turn.
Terrence Howard as War Machine. Money is a weird thing, and your experience with it drives more of your behavior than you might realize. It's a well-known fact that celebrities get paid a lot, specifically actors. So when one of their names ends up in a headline stating that they demand more money for a role, it's all too easy to just roll your eyes. After the success of the first Iron Man installment, Terrence Howard requested a pay bump. Not only was he denied the raise, he was straight up replaced. The studio brought Don Cheadle, who's played the role of War Machine ever since. The swap was played up to make Howard look like the greedy bad guy, when in reality that might not have been the case. Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch and Jamie Bell as the Thing. Everyone has something to say about 2015's revamp of the big screen Fantastic Four franchise, and we're no exception. Tales of behind-the-scenes meddling done by the studio are usually to blame for the movie's poor reception, and perhaps the most popular excuse for its failure. It also tanked the credibility of some of the actors involved, but it's not actually their fault. Michael B. Jordan blew everyone's socks off in Creed, and let's not forget that Jamie Bell wasn't just in Billy Elliot, he was Billy Elliot. So if you didn't know anything beyond what was happening on screen, you'd probably think it was just bad acting. But history proves that couldn't be more wrong. At least Jordan is getting the opportunity to redeem himself in the MCU's upcoming film, Black Panther.
I only got one job here today, and I gotta impress Mr. Stark, so I'm really sorry. What?
Tom Holland as Spider-Man. For a lot of people, age ain't nothing but a number, and yet Hollywood still gets nervous when it comes to casting a young person. In an industry where it's impossible to tell anyone's real age from just looking at them, what's the difference? When 19-year-old Tom Holland was revealed as the next Spider-Man, the studio was a wee bit nervous that he was too young, despite the fact that the character is supposed to look young, act young, and actually be young. Sure, they could have hired someone twice his age and thrown makeup at them until the cows came home, but audiences aren't stupid, and instead of washing out someone else's performance with special effects, casting a kid was probably the right way to go. What do you think? Did these actors actually look as weak as we thought, or did our analysis miss the mark entirely? Join your fellow nerds in the conversation below, and while you're there, let us know if you got the correct answer to the movie emoji. You can also see our other awesome videos by checking out our YouTube channel and joining the notification squad. Thanks for watching.